The Boston Celtics are heading into what could be one of the most pivotal off-seasons in recent memory, filled with potential shakeups that could reshape the team's future for years to come. After a season full of ups and downs, questions linger about who will stay, who will leave, and what moves will be made to ensure that the Celtics remain serious contenders. In the highly competitive Eastern Conference, one name that keeps coming up in conversations around Boston is none other than Al Horford. Horford is a player who has become synonymous with the Celtics over the last 7 seasons, and it's clear that the franchise values what he brings. Both on and off the court, Horford's role with the Celtics goes far beyond his stats or highlights. He's a veteran presence, a leader in the locker room, and a player who brings a calm, steady influence in high-pressure moments. This summer, with many pieces potentially shifting around, keeping Horford in Boston could be more important than ever, especially if the Celtics decide to move on from some of their bigger names, like Kristaps Porzingis, with his size and scoring ability, has been an important part of the Celtics' front court. But his injury history and fit within the team system have raised questions about whether the Celtics might explore trades or other roster adjustments. If Porzingis does leave, Horford's value to the Celtics only increases. He provides a blend of defensive toughness, basketball IQ, and leadership that younger players can rally round at this stage in his career. Horford isn't just a contributor on the court. He's also a mentor helping to shape the next generation of Celtics stars. This mentoring role becomes even more crucial given that the team's cornerstone, Jason Tatum, is currently recovering from a significant injury. Tatum suffered a torn Achilles in a game against the New York Knicks, a setback that has sidelined him for a long stretch and cast a shadow of uncertainty over Boston's immediate championship hopes. The Celtics front office will have to carefully balance their roster and salary cap considerations this offseason. Keeping Horford might not be easy financially. He could command a salary that challenges the Celtics' budget, especially as they try to get under the second luxury tax apron before next season begins. Financial flexibility is crucial for Boston as they look to build a team capable of contending for the title once Tatum returns healthy and the rest of the roster is optimized. Despite these challenges, Horford remains a priority due to his unique skill set and what he means for team chemistry. Meanwhile, across the state line in New York, the Knicks are watching all of this very closely after another season where depth was a glaring issue, particularly when the playoffs arrived. The Knicks are eager to strengthen their roster in every possible way. The addition of a player like Horford could be exactly what they need to shore up their front court. He fits perfectly into their plans as both a power forward and center, bringing a versatile defensive presence and leadership qualities that could help guide a relatively young and developing team. New York's new coaching staff is pushing for a deeper bench, aiming to avoid the kind of fatigue and lack of options that plagued their team in previous playoff runs. Horford's experience and ability to impact games without needing heavy minutes make him an attractive target. He offers the Knicks something they have been missing, a seasoned veteran who can stabilize the team during critical moments and provide solid defense against some of the best big men in the league. But the Celtics are not likely to give up on Horford without a fight. They know that losing him would create a noticeable hole in their rotation. Horford has spent the majority of his prime years in Boston, and the city has become home for him. Aside from Boston, the only other team he's spent significant time with is Atlanta, where he began his career with 5 seasons before moving east. His familiarity with the Celtics system, the culture of the franchise, and his leadership role all point to him being a central figure in Boston's plans. If the salary cap and other factors align on the court, Horford's numbers from the last season show a steady and reliable player. He averaged around 9 points per game, pulled down 3.5 rebounds, and dished out a couple of assists each night. These stats might not jump off the page, but Horford's true value lies in his versatility and basketball intelligence. He can guard multiple positions, space the floor with his shooting, and set high-level screens to free up teammates. More than that, his ability to make smart decisions under pressure and maintain composure in tight games makes him indispensable for Boston. The coming offseason is also about figuring out the best way to replace or complement other key players. With the starters possibly heading out, maintaining depth is going to be a challenge. The Celtics pride themselves on having a roster loaded with talent beyond just the stars. Losing Horford could chip away at that depth, potentially weakening their defense and leadership core. The front office must find a balance between refreshing the roster and keeping a core that can push deep into the playoffs when the team is fully healthy. As fans watch these offseason moves unfold, it's clear that the Celtics' strategy hinges on several variables. Horford's future will be one of the most significant decisions made. Whether Boston can keep him or not might depend on how much they're willing to invest in veteran leadership versus the financial and roster flexibility needed to pursue other targets. At the same time, teams like the Knicks are ready to pounce, offering Horford a fresh opportunity and a chance to contribute to a team hungry to prove itself. In the postseason. In the end, this offseason will shape the trajectory of not just the Celtics, but the entire Eastern Conference landscape, with stars recovering from injuries, veterans nearing the twilight of their careers, and hungry teams looking to make a leap. Every decision counts. Horford's next chapter could be the defining moment for both him and the Celtics, whether that means continuing his legacy in Boston or bringing his talents to New York and shaking up the balance of power in the East. Looking beyond Horford's situation, the Celtics are also facing crucial decisions regarding other players who have been part of their rotation this past season. The potential departure of the starters will leave notable gaps, not only in terms of talent, but also in the overall chemistry and identity that the team has built. Boston's front office is aware that replacing these players isn't simply a matter of filling spots on the roster. It's about finding pieces that fit the culture, play style, and long-term vision of the team. The balance between veteran experience and young talent development will be at the heart of these off-season moves. One of the key challenges the Celtics face is maintaining a competitive core while managing salary cap constraints. The league's financial landscape continues to evolve, and the pressure to stay below certain tax thresholds means that Boston must be strategic in structuring contracts and pursuing free agents. This delicate dance requires foresight, as rushing to sign big-name players without considering the long-term implications could hinder the team's ability to remain a contender. On the other hand, being too cautious might cause the Celtics to miss out on valuable opportunities to strengthen the roster. The injury to Jason Tatum casts a significant shadow over these plans. Tatum has been the driving force behind Boston's recent success, and his absence has been deeply felt on both ends of the court. His road to recovery will be closely monitored throughout the offseason, and how quickly and fully he returns could dictate the urgency behind some of Boston's moves. If Tatum can come back strong and healthy, the Celtics might have more flexibility to experiment with the roster around him. If not, they may need to lean more heavily on veterans and role players to keep pace with the rest of the conference. In addition to Horford and the uncertainty surrounding Porzingis, the Celtics are also evaluating their younger players and role contributors. The team's depth has been one of its strengths, but there is always room for improvement. Finding players who can step up when called upon, provide defensive intensity, and contribute offensively without demanding the ball will be critical. The evolving style of the NBA, which favors versatility and pace, means that Boston must look for athletes who can switch defensively, shoot from outside, and make quick decisions. New coaches and staff will likely play a significant role in shaping the Celtics' approach next season. Fresh perspectives on player development, rotations, and game strategy can unlock hidden potential and help the team maximize its talent. The Celtics have historically been a franchise that adapts well to change, and their ability to innovate on the fly could be a key advantage as they navigate this transition phase. Communication between the coaching staff, players, and front office will be essential to ensure everyone is aligned on the team's goals and the path forward. But before we continue, please remember to subscribe to the channel and give the video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest news about the Boston Celtics. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. It seems there's a growing whisper among league insiders. Could Joe Mazzulla's time as head coach of the Boston Celtics be nearing an end? Despite a regular season that saw the Celtics atop the Eastern Conference for much of the year, a recent slump and a perceived lack of strategic adjustments in crucial moments have fueled speculation about his future. Sources close to the team suggest that while Mazzulla initially brought a fresh perspective and offensive dynamism, questions are now being raised behind the scenes regarding his in-game management and ability to rally the team when facing adversity. The Celtics' recent string of inconsistent performances, particularly against top-tier opponents, has reportedly caused some consternation within the organization. While no official statements have been made, the rumor mill is churning with talk of potential replacements being quietly discussed. Should the team fail to meet expectations in the playoffs? It remains to be seen if these are mere rumblings, or if the pressure is truly mounting on MAZZULLA's shoulders. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Boston Celtics, please subscribe to our channel and give the video a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.